Hi everyone, here are your tech tips for this week. The first one is how to create and use a random name generator, and the second one is an activity called From Frenzy to Focus. So first of all, the random name generator is, you're looking at the random name generator on the right hand side of the screen, and I'll show you what it looks like. Click L to load your class, and these are our teachers and us on our campus. The way it works is that you click on N to get next pupil, and it kind of toggles through, and the first name picked was George. I click N again if I don't want to have that last person's name in the group to pick out of. If I'd like it to totally reset, I'll reset first and then click the N to get next pupil. Alright, so this is a way that you can call on your students. The way it works is that you have two folders, one for each class, and inside the folder there are two files. One's called Classroom and one is called Random FS, and it's important that both of those files stay together in that folder. So I'm going to show you how to change the folder and copy it so that you have your own copy and you put your own names in the classroom. So what we do is I minimize the random name generator, and I'm going to show you that the random name folder is in the teacher's shared drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click the whole entire folder and copy it. And then I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to right click and paste. Right? Now I'm going to need to change the name of this folder to the name of my class. So to change the name, I just click right over the letters once my file is selected, and then I get the editable text box, and I'm going to call this random name AM. I'm going to right click and paste again. I'm going to rename to random name PM. Alright. So now I have my own copies of the files and the folders on my desktop, where you could put them on your H drive. So now what I do is I double click the folder to open it. I see that there are two files here. I right click the classroom file and then select edit. And here's where I see all those names. Now, if there are more names here than you need, what you'll do is you will select and delete. Now you see when I deleted here, I have a space between pupil and classroom, and I'll just want to backspace once again so that all the text is together and that the order does not change. The only thing I'm changing is the names. So I'm going to make sure that I have all the chevrons in the correct spot. So I would take out this name and I would put in a new name. Go right down to the next list, and so on until all of these names say your names. If you don't use them all, like I said, delete them. And if you need more names, what you'll do is you'll select a few, right click, copy, and then put your cursor right at the end of the last line, press enter, and then paste. Right click paste or control V paste. That's how to get your class list set. Now, in order to make the random name generator show with these names, you will double click random name and you'll see that the new names are listed. Alright, so now what I would do is I would go to my PM class, the same thing, right click, edit, just change the names. Okay, if there's more, add more. If there are less, delete some. And then remember, when you're done, file, save, and not save as. And it will remind you if you make any changes. If you're going to close, it'll ask you, do you want to save it? So that's how to create the random name generator. The next activity I wanted to show you is called From Frenzy to Focus. It is also on the teacher's shared drive in the tips folder. And here is From Frenzy to Focus. The activity is explained. Both note catchers that I've supplied and also an article that I found interesting that I read when I was doing this activity. So first, I'm just going to summarize this activity. You can see that it's really spelled out and how many minutes to spend. Basically, each group gets a group or a stack of articles to read. And the first step is that you frenzy through and you read very briefly the title, and you look and say, is that something that I'm interested in? And you will end up picking one of those articles to read and take notes on in the note catcher. You'll have a certain amount of time to read and take notes, and then you'll have a certain amount of time to deliver that information to your group. And as you're getting that information from your group, what you'll do is you'll fill in on the back side of the note catcher the interesting points from your group members' articles. So this is what the note catcher looks like. It's the back side. Here's the front side. So you fill in the title of the article, interesting facts, important evidence, golden line from the article. I'll show you one that's filled out already. I read this article, Get All Students to Speak Up. Talks about different tendencies we have in our classroom interactions. And this is what my note catcher looked like on the article. So all of my typing is in blue. All right, and I just typed it up so that you could read it better. When I did it, I just I wrote it in those spaces provided. So there are two different items for you, the activity from Frenzy to Focus and also the random name generator. And those are your tech tips for this week.